My beloved child, listen closely. This is one of the most important things I will ever say to you. You need to hear this fully, with an open heart and a quiet spirit. Please take these words to heart and watch this video until the end. My child, you passed my test. Yes, that's why I'm telling you to listen very carefully to this message, my cherished one. If you seek the divine blessings of God in your life, simply proclaim, "Yes, I need below to open your heart to His grace." Every test you faced, every challenge that came your way was not to harm you, but to prepare you. I never placed trials in your path to see you fail. I allowed them because I knew you had the strength to overcome them. My dear child, I see what is inside of you, even when you doubt yourself. You questioned, "Why me?" when life felt overwhelming. But I chose you for these tests because I know your heart. I know the courage, the determination, and the faith that lie within you. Even when you felt weak, I saw your potential. Even when you stumbled, I knew you would rise again, and you did. You passed because you trusted me, even when you didn't have all the answers. You passed because you chose love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness, and hope over despair. Every tear, every prayer whispered in the silence. Every time you chose to rise when the world pressed you down, it was seen. I know there were moments when you felt unseen and unheard, but in those silent battles, your strength was forged. Your perseverance, when met with trial, became the testimony of your enduring spirit. You have passed my test, not because you navigated your journey without faltering, but because when you fell, you reached for my hand. You placed your trust not in what your eyes could see, but in what your heart knew to be true, that I am with you always, guiding you. Your perseverance was not only for the test itself, but for the greater preparation it provided. Each step fortified your spirit. Each obstacle refined your character. The value of such perseverance is immeasurable. It is the foundation upon which all future blessings will stand. You did not simply survive. You thrived through the lessons and emerged with a heart more attuned to my voice and steel for the road ahead. Do you remember those nights when sleep wouldn't come? When anxiety whispered lies into your heart, telling you that you were alone. But then morning came and you found yourself still standing, still fighting, still hoping. That was no coincidence. I was there, giving you strength when yours ran out. Sometimes, you might think that only victories matter. But here's the truth. The moments you stood back up, even when the weight of the world pressed down on you, those were the victories that mattered most to me. In those moments, you proved that your spirit was stronger than the storms you faced. And as you continued, each step was a testament to your unwavering faith. You passed my test, not because you were perfect, but because you kept moving forward, imperfectly perfect in faith. Many have asked, why did I have to go through this? Why was I chosen for this trial? My beloved, you were chosen not because you were weak, but because you were strong. Because I knew that within you, there was a flame that would withstand the winds of adversity. You were chosen because your story, your victory over this test would inspire and uplift others. You are a testament to the power of resilience and faith. Do not underestimate the impact of your journey. There are eyes watching you, hearts that will be moved by your perseverance. You are a lighted beacon for those still in the shadows, searching for hope. Your test, now past, becomes their inspiration. Dear one, if you have felt my message deep within, share that light by pressing the like button. I want you to pause and celebrate. Yes, celebrate, for you passed the test. Celebrate not just the outcome, but the journey itself. Celebrate every moment you chose hope over despair, every time you found light in the darkness. Let your heart be filled with joy, for you are stronger than you have ever been. But don't let the celebration be just for you. Share it. Let others see the joy that comes after the trial, the peace that follows the storm. Let your life be a celebration of my faithfulness and your courage. This, my child, is how you inspire, how you uplift, how you show the world what it means to pass through the fire and come out refined. There are moments, weren't there, when giving up seemed easier, when the weight you carried felt unbearable, when you wondered if you had the strength to take another step. But you didn't stop. Even when the world was shouting at you to quit, you pressed on. And that, my child, is what makes you victorious. It wasn't about doing everything perfectly or never making mistakes. It was about your perseverance. The test wasn't to see if you could live without failing. It was to see if you could keep moving forward after falling. Do you realize how proud I am of you? Not because you were flawless, but because you chose to rise every single time. That is strength. That is resilience. And that is why you passed. Every test was a lesson. And every lesson was a step toward who you were meant to become. You are not the same person you were before. You are wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. The challenges shaped you, refined you, and prepared you for the purpose I have for your life. Do not regret the hardships that were necessary. Do not despise the process. It was preparing you for greatness. Every tear you shed, every battle you fought, was part of a plan bigger than you could imagine. I need you to hear this, my child. I'm so proud of you. Every time you chose kindness over anger, every time you got back up after falling, every time you trusted me when it didn't make sense, I saw it all, and I am proud. You may not see yourself as remarkable, but I do. You may focus on your failures, but I see your victories. You may feel like you're just surviving, but I see a warrior who has triumphed. My pride in you isn't based on your perfection, it's based on your perseverance. It's based on your heart. Beloved child of God, would you extend your gracious hand to aid in spreading his message? By clicking below and choosing to buy me a coffee, you become a vital part of our mission, amplifying his word through our YouTube channel. Your support is a gift we cherish deeply. Thank you for being with us. My dearest one, I ask this of you with unwavering sincerity. Prepare your heart for the night ahead. Allow it to be a sanctuary of rest, a moment of peaceful surrender where your soul finds refuge and renewal. Know this, an angel has been sent to your home, carrying a message inscribed by my own hand, a testament of love meant solely for you. I crafted this so that you may find clarity, reassurance, and the strength that dispels even the smallest shadows of doubt. My promises are etched into your spirit, and my light will guard you through the night. As you close your eyes, let the gentle whispers of cherished memories wash over you. Let your dreams carry you on a path paved with hope, where your fears dissolve, and your spirit sings its psalm of unwavering trust and love for me. With the first light of dawn, meet any lingering sadness or fear with newfound courage and unyielding confidence. Sleep peacefully, my beloved, for when you rise, you will feel the gentle kiss of your ever-loving Father, a touch that brings joy to your lips and peace to your heart. Beloved chosen one, what I am about to share with you may surprise you. This is not just another message. It is a divine revelation, an instruction from heaven, a word that has the power to shift your destiny. If you're hearing this right now, understand that it is not by accident. God himself has led you here because he knows this message is meant for you. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who has supported this ministry through Super Thanks. Your generosity is not just a donation. It is a seed sown into the kingdom of God. Whether you have given much or little, please know this. You're deeply appreciated, and I pray that your kindness will return to you in supernatural ways. May divine favor chase you down. May doors of abundance open for you, and may blessings overflow in your life. Now, prepare yourself because this is a moment of divine appointment, and you cannot afford to ignore it. Everything I share with you today is not my own wisdom. It is a divine instruction from the Almighty. The Word of God is alive, sharper than any two-edged sword. It carries the power to break chains, to open doors, and to realign you with your God-given purpose. The Word of God is not just ink on paper. It is alive. It breathes. It moves. It transforms. It is the same Word that spoke light into darkness at the beginning of time. It is the same Word that healed the sick, raised the dead, and calmed raging storms. And today, that same Word is coming to you. It is coming to breathe life into every dry place in your soul. It is coming to shatter every chain that has held you back. It is coming to realign you with the purpose God set for you before the foundation of the world. Do not harden your heart. Do not let distractions steal this moment, because when God speaks, mountains bow, demons tremble, and the heavens open. And right now, in this very moment, He is speaking directly to you. Will you listen? Will you receive it? If you believe that this message is for you, I want you to take a step of faith. Comment the number 777 in the chat or in the comments. 7 is the number of divine completion. And by doing this, you're aligning yourself with the fullness of what God is about to do in your life. Now, silence every distraction. Open your heart. Receive this word with expectation, because when God speaks, everything changes. And today, change is coming to you, God's chosen ones. If you ignore this, don't blame God later. Chosen. 1. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why does your journey seem so much harder than everyone else's? Why do you bear burdens that others never even notice? Why does every challenge seem to find you while others seem to move through life effortlessly? Why does it feel like you're always walking against the wind, struggling with battles that no one else even acknowledges? You're not imagining it. The weight you carry is real and is not by accident. You're not cursed. You are chosen. But being chosen is not about comfort. It is about purpose. God has placed something in you that requires refinement, endurance, and extraordinary responsibility. You are not called to live a life of ease, because you were never meant to blend in. You were designed to stand apart, to lead, to carry something that others cannot. For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. But why you? Why did God choose you for this path? Because He saw in you what others cannot see, even what you may struggle to see in yourself. He entrusted you with more, not to burden you, but to multiply what He has placed in your hands. Think of Joseph the dreamer in Genesis. He was given divine visions, yet his journey was filled with betrayal, slavery, and false accusations. His own brothers despised him, sold him into bondage, and left him for dead. But what they meant for evil, God used for good. Joseph was not just chosen to suffer. He was chosen to preserve an entire nation. His pain positioned him for power, and in the end, he became the second most powerful man in Egypt, ensuring the survival of countless people, including the very brothers who had once betrayed him. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50:20. Perhaps you too have been betrayed, abandoned, or misunderstood. Perhaps your sacrifices go unnoticed, your struggles unseen. But what if every hardship was preparation for something far greater? What if every rejection was positioning you for elevation? Look at Oprah Winfrey, a woman who faced immense hardship, poverty, abuse, and rejection, yet refused to let those struggles define her. She did not just rise above her circumstances. She used them as fuel to become one of the most influential voices in the world. She was not chosen for an easy life. She was chosen to impact, millions. Or consider Elon Musk, a man who has faced opposition, skepticism, and personal setbacks at every turn. Yet, he has carried an unshakable vision that has reshaped industries and changed the future of humanity. His road was never meant to be easy, because those who are chosen to build, to create, and to lead must walk a road that few can endure. To whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. You were not chosen for mediocrity. You were chosen to carry something greater. Your struggles are not punishment. They are preparation. Your burdens are not random. They are assignments. In your isolation, it is not rejection. It is refinement. So, the real question is not, why is my life so hard? The real question is, what is God preparing me for? Because when the time comes, when everything He has been shaping in you is ready, you will not just be standing strong, you will be standing in your divine purpose. And when that moment arrives, you will look back and realize that every battle, every tear, and every moment of loneliness was worth it. You are not suffering without reason. You are being positioned for something far greater than you can see right now. Chosen one, before we go deeper, let's pause and ask a critical question. What does it truly mean to be a breadwinner? Society tells us that a breadwinner is simply the one who provides financially, the one who earns the paycheck that keeps a household running. But is that really all there is to it? Is your purpose limited to just bringing in money? Or is there something far greater that you have been entrusted with? A true breadwinner does not just sustain a home financially. They sustain life itself in every dimension, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and generationally. If all you do is put food on the table, you are merely scratching the surface of your true calling. But if you carry wisdom, stability, and divine guidance, if you're the one people turn to for strength, for counsel, for direction, then you are more than a provider. You are a pillar. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Proverbs 4.7. Think of a house. What makes it stand? Is it the beauty of its walls, the elegance of its roof? Number 8. House stands or falls based on its foundation. Without a strong foundation, no structure can endure. Not a home, not a community, not a nation. And this is exactly why your journey has been so different. This is why you have faced challenges that others have never had to endure. Because you are the foundation. Do you remember Moses? He was not merely called to lead. He was called to uphold an entire nation. His journey was never easy. From the moment he was born, there was opposition against him. Pharaoh sought to kill him as an infant. He grew up in a palace, yet never felt he belonged. He fled into exile, thinking he had lost his purpose, only for God to call him back in a battle. And what was Moses called to do? To be a foundation, to bear the weight of an entire people, to guide them through the wilderness, to stand before God on their behalf. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust. Psalm 18 verse 2. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why your life has never been easy? Why you carry burdens that others do not? Why you face storms that others seem to avoid? It is because weak structures can be repaired, but a weak foundation brings everything crashing down. Take Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison for standing against injustice. He could have chosen an easier path. He could have given up, but he knew that he was not just fighting for himself. He was laying the foundation for a future generation. The suffering he endured was not for nothing. It was because he was carrying something greater than himself. Or consider Steve Jobs, a man who was fired from his own company, ridiculed and underestimated. Yet, he refused to be broken. Why? Because visionaries, leaders, and foundations are not easily replaced. They are built through fire. His struggles did not destroy him. They refined him. Except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Psalm 127:1. Your battles are not random. They are necessary. A house can lose its windows and still stand. A roof can be damaged and still be repaired. But if the foundation collapses, everything crumbles. This is why you cannot afford to be weak. This is why you have been tested in ways that others have not. Because you are the foundation. And if you fall, everything connected to you falls too. So the real question is not why is my life so hard? The real question is how do I build myself strong enough to carry everything God has entrusted to me? Because when you fully understand your role, you will stop asking why you face battles. You will start preparing to win them. You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to uphold something eternal. Chosen one, before we continue, reflect on this. A true breadwinner does not merely provide, they multiply, sustain, and create abundance. Provision alone is temporary, but multiplication secures the future. This is why you were never meant to live in survival mode. You were designed to expand, to build, and to carry something that will outlast you. Joseph in the Bible was not just a provider. He was a steward of divine wisdom. He did not simply distribute food during the famine. He strategically stored, multiplied, and sustained an entire nation. His leadership was not about short-term solutions, but about generational impact. Egypt did not just survive because of Joseph. It thrived. Joseph collected all the food produced in those 7 years of abundance in Egypt and stored it in the cities. The 7 years of famine began, just as Joseph had said. There was famine in all the other lands, but in the whole land of Egypt, there was food. Genesis 41:48-54. What set Joseph apart? He prepared in advance. A chosen one does not live for the moment. They anticipate, plan, and position themselves for what is coming. He preserved resources. Many waste what they have, but those who are chosen understand stewardship. Every blessing, talent, and opportunity must be managed wisely. He multiplied. He took a crisis and turned it into abundance. He did not just endure the famine. He thrived in it. Look at your own life. Have you always been the one who sees the bigger picture, the one who holds things together when others panic? Have you noticed that people rely on you for stability, for wisdom, for solutions? This is not by chance. You were entrusted with a unique ability to multiply not just finances, but wisdom, influence, and impact. To the one who has, more will be given. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. Matthew 25:29. This ability is not just a gift. It is a responsibility. God has placed in you the power to create, sustain, and expand. But he also calls you to steward it with wisdom, diligence, and faith. You're not meant to simply exist. You're meant to build something that will endure. Consider Warren Buffett, a man who understood multiplication. His wealth did not come from mere income, but from the ability to take what he had and grow it exponentially. His success was not built on luck. It was built on discipline, foresight, and strategic thinking. Or think about Mother Teresa. She did not have financial wealth, yet she multiplied kindness, compassion, and service across the world. What she built was not material. It was eternal. Her impact still lives on because she understood the true provision is not about money. It is about transformation. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Proverbs 13:22. So, chosen one, what will you do with what God has given you? Will you simply survive, or will you rise as a multiplier? Will you waste what is in your hands, or will you turn it into something greater? Your purpose is not just to get through life. It is to establish something that will outlive you. Chosen one, let's be real. Being a breadwinner is exhausting. You wake up every day with responsibilities that others don't even notice. You carry burdens that no one thanks you for. You're the one people turn to for strength. Yet, when you need support, it feels like no one is there. You're constantly pouring into others, giving them guidance, energy, love, and resources. But when was the last time someone truly poured into you? There are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, feeling the weight of everything pressing down on you. You wonder if anyone truly sees how hard you are trying. You wonder if anyone understands the silent battles you fight every single day. And in those moments when exhaustion turns into doubt, you ask yourself, why me? Why does everything fall on me? Why do I always have to be the one to figure things out? It's easy to feel like life has placed an unfair burden on your shoulders. It's easy to look around and see others living carefree, while you bear the weight of responsibilities that never seem to end. But let me tell you the truth. This is not a curse. This is your calling. God does not place heavy burdens on weak shoulders. He chooses those who are strong enough to carry them. Look at Moses. He never asked for the responsibility of leading an entire nation out of slavery. He never wanted the weight of standing before Pharaoh, of dealing with a rebellious people, of being the one who had to keep pushing forward, even when others wanted to turn back. And when God called him, what was his response? Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent. I am slow of speech and tongue. Exodus 4:10 Moses saw his weakness, but God saw his strength. Moses felt unqualified, but God had already qualified him. And it is the same with you. You may not feel ready. You may not feel strong enough, wise enough, or capable enough. But God does not choose based on how you feel. He chooses based on what He has placed inside you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. John 15:16, look at your life. Have you ever noticed how people rely on you? Have you ever wondered why others can fall apart, but you are expected to hold things together? Why you're the one people come to when they need advice, guidance, or reassurance? It is because God placed in you something rare, something that cannot be bought, given, or faked. He has been refining you, shaping you, preparing you. But this process is not easy. Being chosen means walking a path that few can handle. It means carrying responsibilities that others shy away from. It means enduring seasons of isolation, doubt, and exhaustion because God is molding you into something greater. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did not ask to lead a movement that would change history. He did not seek the weight of the threats, the betrayals, the constant opposition. But he understood that when God calls you to be a leader, it is not about comfort. It is about purpose. He once said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." This is what it means to be chosen. Or think of Serena Williams, a woman who carried the weight of expectation her entire career. She was not just playing a game. She was breaking barriers, setting records, and proving that greatness requires endurance. Every match was a test, every setback a lesson. But she did not let the pressure break her. She let it shape her. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:1-3 The weight you carry is not a punishment. It is proof of your purpose. The responsibilities you bear are not a sign of unfairness. They are a sign that God trusts you. He could have given these challenges to anyone, but He gave them to you because He knows you can handle them. So stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is God preparing me for? One day, you will look back and realize that every struggle, every sleepless night, every moment when you felt like giving up was shaping you into exactly who you were meant to be. And when that day comes, you won't resent the wait. You will thank God for it, because it was never meant to break you. It was meant to build you. Chosen one, you are carrying something powerful inside you. That is why the weight feels so heavy. It is not just a burden. It is an assignment. It is not punishment. It is purpose. And even when it feels overwhelming, even when exhaustion tempts you to question everything, remember this: God never calls without equipping. If He has placed this responsibility on your shoulders, He has also placed within you the strength to carry it. You're not abandoned. You're not forgotten. You're not struggling in vain. You're chosen. And what God has started in you, He will complete. Every breadwinner, every leader, every person who carries something great must first walk through a season of hardship. Joseph was thrown into a pit, betrayed by his own brothers, and sold into slavery. Imagine the depth of his pain. Betrayed by the very people he trusted, separated from his home, forced into servitude. But what seemed like his downfall was actually the beginning of his rise. If he had not endured the pit, he would have never reached the palace. If he had not faced betrayal, he would have never understood the weight of responsibility. Moses was sent to deliver his people, but when he tried, he was rejected by the very ones he was sent to help. How could God call him to lead, yet allow him to face so much opposition? Because leadership is not given, it is refined. Moses had to learn that true leadership is not about being accepted. It is about being faithful, even when you stand alone. David was anointed as king, but before he could wear the crown, he had to run for his life, hiding in caves like a fugitive while Saul hunted him down. He had already been chosen, yet he lived as though he was forgotten. But God was not delaying him. He was developing him. Every moment in the wilderness, every betrayal, every hardship was preparing David to be the leader Israel needed. And Jesus, even Jesus, the Son of God, was abandoned by his closest disciples in his darkest hour. The very people who swore to stand by him fled when the pressure became too great. If Jesus himself had to walk through loneliness, rejection, and suffering, what makes you think that being chosen comes without cost? Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6. Your struggles are not punishments. They are preparations. God allows those he chooses to go through hardship because he is not just making you a provider. He is making you a leader who can carry the weight of others, a leader who does not crumble under pressure, a leader who understands the struggle of those they are called to lift. If you never struggled, how would you learn resilience? If you never lacked, how would you learn how to multiply? If you were never rejected, how would you learn how to stand alone? If you were never tested, how would you ever know how strong God has made you? Breadwinners are not born. They are built, and they are built in the fire of adversity. God is not trying to break you. He is molding you, shaping you, refining you, preparing you. Just as Joseph's pit led him to the palace, just as David's caves led him to the throne, just as Jesus' suffering led to salvation, your hardship is leading you somewhere greater. Do you know who else was tested? Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job in television. She was told she was unfit for TV, that she lacked what it took to be successful. She could have accepted that rejection and walked away, but instead, she used that failure as fuel. And today, she is one of the most influential women in the world. Rejection was not the end of her story. It was the beginning. Or consider Elon Musk, a man who faced bankruptcy, failure, and countless skeptics. He lost companies. He lost millions. He was ridiculed for his visions. But he never let failure define him. Instead, he kept pushing forward. And now, he has reshaped entire industries. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Chosen one, this is not the end of your story. This is your preparation. The hardship you are facing is not your conclusion. It is the foundation of something far greater. The fire is not here to destroy you. It is here to refine you. So stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is God preparing me for? Because when this season is over, when God's work in you is complete, you will not just stand, you will rise. Chosen one, now that you understand the weight of your calling, let's talk about how to carry it without breaking. You were never meant to be crushed under this responsibility. You were meant to rise through it. But the way you carry this weight will determine whether it strengthens you or drains you. Step 1. Stop seeing yourself as a victim. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a leader in training. Leaders do not waste time complaining about how heavy the weight is. They learn how to carry it. They do not ask, why me? They ask, Lord, how do I steward this well? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:1-3. Look at your journey. Have you ever found yourself thinking, if only my life were easier, if only I didn't have to struggle so much, if only things weren't so unfair? It's a natural thought, but the moment you allow yourself to believe you are a victim, you surrender your power. Moses could have seen himself as a victim, a man born into slavery, separated from his family, raised in a palace that was never truly his, then forced into exile. When God called him, he could have said, why me? I'm just a runaway, unworthy, unqualified. But instead, he chose to answer the call. And because of that, he changed history. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty, faced rejection, and experienced deep personal pain. She could have let her past define her. She could have remained a victim. Instead, she chose to take control of her narrative. She became a leader, not just of a talk show, but of a movement, a vision, a legacy. Or consider Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison for standing against injustice. He could have come out of prison bitter, broken, and full of resentment. Instead, he came out wiser, stronger, and ready to lead an entire nation toward unity. For God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1:7. You were not given a spirit of fear, weakness, or defeat. You were given power, and that power comes from knowing that your struggles are not meant to define you. They are meant to refine you. So, chosen one, the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time the weight feels unbearable, remind yourself you are not a victim. You're being trained for something greater. The burden you carry is not here to break you. It is here to build you into the leader God has called you to be. 2. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Chosen one, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are called to sustain others, you must first sustain yourself. You cannot provide strength when you are spiritually, mentally, and emotionally drained. You cannot guide others when your own vision is clouded with exhaustion. You cannot lead effectively if you're constantly running on empty. Even Jesus, in the midst of his most demanding moments, withdrew to pray. He understood the importance of recharging, reconnecting, and realigning with the Father. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Luke 5:16. If the Son of God, perfect, all-powerful, divine, needed time to step away, to refuel, to seek solitude, what makes you think you don't? Rest is not a weakness, it is wisdom. Prayer is not an option, it is oxygen. Boundaries are not selfish, they are necessary. Look at Elijah, one of the greatest prophets in the Bible. He stood against the prophets of Baal, called down fire from heaven, and performed miracles. But after his greatest victory, he became exhausted, overwhelmed, and fell into despair. He told God that he wanted to die. And what did God do? He did not rebuke Elijah for feeling weak. Instead, he sent an angel to feed him. let him sleep, and only after Elijah was rested did God speak to him again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." 1 Kings 19 verse 7. Chosen one, you cannot carry this weight if you do not take time to be refilled. This is why God created rest. This is why Jesus withdrew to pray. This is why you must learn to step away, to breathe, to allow yourself to be strengthened before you pour into others. Think of Steve Jobs, a visionary, a creator, a relentless builder of ideas. But even he understood the power of stepping back, of walking, of meditating in solitude. Some of his greatest breakthroughs came not in the chaos of meetings, but in the quiet moments when he allowed himself to think. Or consider Michelle Obama, who carried the weight of being the First Lady, a global icon, and a leader. She understood that boundaries were essential. She famously spoke about how she prioritized self-care, exercise, and time with family not as a luxury, but as a necessity to remain effective in her work. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. God does not want you to burn out. He has called you to lead, but he has not called you to self-destruction. Your body needs rest. Your mind needs peace. Your spirit needs renewal. Step away when needed. Pray when you feel empty. Protect your energy, because the world does not need a depleted version of you. It needs a strong, focused, and fully renewed you. 3. You must think generationally. Chosen one, a true breadwinner does not just focus on today. They build for tomorrow. They do not simply work to pay the bills, to get through another day, to survive another storm. They plant seeds that will grow long after they are gone. Joseph was not just thinking about the 7 years of abundance or even the 7 years of famine. He was preparing for something far greater. He built a system that ensured Egypt would not only survive the crisis, but thrive beyond it. Because of his wisdom, his faithfulness, and his ability to see beyond the present, generations were sustained. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Proverbs 13 verse 22. This is what separates those who simply exist from those who are truly chosen. Are you just working to survive, or are you building something that will last? Are you only thinking about how to make ends meet, or are you preparing a foundation for those who will come after you? Most people live reactively. They chase money, success, and security in short term, but they fail to think about what comes next. They waste what they have, never planning for the future, never considering what they are leaving behind. But those who are chosen, they see beyond themselves. Moses never entered the promised land, but he led an entire nation to it. His mission was not about personal gain, but about securing a future for God's people. He understood that his obedience, his leadership, and his sacrifices would impact generations long after he was gone. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Proverbs 21 verse 5. Look at your own life. What are you building? Is your effort only for today, or are you establishing something that will endure? Are you leaving behind wisdom, financial security, and spiritual stability for your children, your family, your community? Or are you allowing yourself to be consumed by the struggles of the present, never looking beyond the immediate challenges? Many great people understood the power of thinking generationally. John D. Rockefeller was not just wealthy, he built a financial system that still influences the world today. His fortune was not about personal luxury. It was about creating generational wealth, investments, and opportunities that would benefit his descendants for centuries. LeBron James is not only one of the greatest basketball players of all time, he is a man who is intentionally building a legacy beyond his career. He has created schools, invested in education, and ensured that the next generation has access to opportunities that were not available to him. His vision extends beyond himself, beyond his fame, beyond his current success. Think of Maya Angelou. She did not just write poetry. She used her voice to inspire and uplift future generations. Her words live on, shaping minds and hearts long after she left this world. That is the power of a life lived with purpose. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Proverbs 21 verse 20. What are you storing up? Are you making decisions today that will bless your family in the years to come? Are you ensuring that your struggles will not be repeated by those who follow you? Or are you simply surviving, hoping for the best without any clear direction? Chosen one, God is calling you to build something bigger than yourself. He is calling you to create, to establish, to leave a legacy that will not fade with time. This is not just about money. This is about wisdom, about faith, about impact. True breadwinners do not just leave behind wealth. They leave behind principles, values, and foundations that will carry their families, communities, and nations forward. So, are you thinking generationally? Are you preparing for something greater than yourself? Are you building a foundation that will stand the test of time? Because the greatest leaders, the most influential people, the ones who truly change the world, they do not live only for themselves. They build for those who will come after them. 4. Expect to be misunderstood. Chosen one, have you ever felt like no one truly understands you? Have you ever walked into a room full of people, yet still felt alone? Have you ever shared your dreams only to be met with doubt, criticism, or even silence? Expect to be misunderstood. This is one of the hardest realities of being chosen. People will not always see what God has placed inside you. The vision you carry is too great for those who are comfortable with the ordinary. Your calling will make others uncomfortable because it challenges the limits they have placed on themselves. Why do you think your journey has been so different? Why do you think the very people you expected to support you have been the ones to question you the most? Joseph's own brothers hated him not because he had wronged them, but because they could not understand why he was favored. They did not know why he had dreams so much bigger than theirs. Instead of celebrating him, they conspired against him. They threw him into a pit, sold him into slavery, and thought they had destroyed his destiny. But what they meant for harm, God used for his elevation. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50 verse 20. Have you ever had someone doubt you not because you failed, but because they could not understand your potential? David's own family dismissed him. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint a king, David's father did not even invite him into the room. To them, he was just a shepherd boy, insignificant, unqualified. Yet, while others judged him based on what they saw, God judged him based on what he had placed inside him. Even after he was anointed, David still faced rejection. Saul, the king he once served, turned against him and tried to kill him. Why? Because when you're chosen, opposition is inevitable. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalm 118 verse 22. Why does rejection hurt the most when it comes from those closest to you? Jesus himself, the Son of God, was rejected by the very people he came to save. The religious leaders mocked him. The people who once praised him later cried out, "Crucify him." Even his closest disciples abandoned him in his darkest hour. And yet, he never wavered. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. John 1 verse 11. So why do you think your journey would be any different? Why do you think being chosen comes without resistance? Look at Nikola Tesla. His ideas were revolutionary, but people called him crazy. He was ridiculed, ignored, and even betrayed by those who once worked with him. But now, his name is synonymous with genius. Why? Because visionaries are often rejected in their own time. Or think of Malala Yousafzai, a young girl who simply wanted an education. Yet, she was attacked, silenced, and nearly killed because of her beliefs. But she refused to be stopped. Today, her name is a symbol of courage and change. True leaders do not seek approval. They stay faithful to their purpose. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. Galatians 1 verse 10. Chosen one, what will you do when people misunderstand you? Will you shrink back, or will you keep moving forward? Will you let their doubts stop you, or will you trust that God sees what they cannot? You do not need everyone to understand you. You only need to stay faithful to your calling. The weight is heavy because the assignment is great. So when people question you, when they doubt you, when they fail to see the vision inside, you remember that the greatest leaders in history were misunderstood too. Stay faithful, stay focused, stay the course, because what God has placed inside you is far greater than their approval. 5. God is your ultimate source. Chosen one, have you ever felt like the weight of responsibility is too much to bear? Have you ever looked at everything resting on your shoulders and wondered, how am I supposed to keep carrying this? Have you ever felt like no matter how much you give, the demands never stop? If so, let me remind you of something powerful. You're not the source. God is. Everything you have given, every burden you have carried, every sacrifice you have made, it has never been about your strength alone. You are the vessel, but He is the provider. You are the worker, but He is the architect. You are the hands and feet, but He is the one who makes all things possible. And my God will supply all your needs according to His riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4 verse 19. Think about that for a moment. It does not say God might supply your needs. It does not say He will try to provide. It says He will, not according to what you have, not according to what you see in your bank account, not according to your circumstances, but according to His riches. Do you know what that means? It means that the pressure is not on you. It means that even when you feel like you have nothing left to give, He is still sustaining you. It means that if God gave you the assignment, He has already made provision for you to fulfill it. Have you ever wondered how you have made it this far? How, despite the exhaustion, the opposition, the setbacks, and the overwhelming weight, you are still standing? It is because God has been sustaining you, even when you did not realize it. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40 verse 29. But still you ask, why does it feel so heavy? Because the assignment is great, because the impact will be massive, because the road is difficult, but the reward is beyond what you can imagine. If your calling were small, the weight would be light. But God is not just calling you to survive, He is calling you to transform generations. And that kind of purpose comes with pressure. Look at Noah. God gave him a task that no one understood: build an ark in the middle of dry land. Can you imagine the ridicule, the isolation? People must have laughed at him, mocked him, told him he was wasting his life. But Noah knew that God was his source. And because of his obedience, he did not just save himself, he preserved the future of humanity. Or think of Harriet Tubman, a woman who risked everything to lead others to freedom. She had no money, no safety, no support, but she had God. She walked into the most dangerous places with nothing but faith. And because of her courage, hundreds of people escaped slavery, and her legacy still shapes history. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Chosen one, you were chosen for this. You are not just a breadwinner, you are a history maker. You are a foundation upon which generations will stand. But have you ever considered that your obedience today is shaping the future of those who come after you? You are not just working to pay bills. You are not just trying to make ends meet. You are laying a foundation. You are setting a precedent. You are breaking generational curses. Do you realize that what you are doing today will impact people you will never meet? You are the reason your children, your family, your lineage will know stability, wisdom, and faith. Your perseverance is ensuring that what God started in your bloodline will not be lost. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1 verse 6. You are not just here to survive. You are here to establish a legacy. The world may not understand the weight you carry. People may never see the sacrifices you have made, but God sees it, and because he is your source, you will not fail. So do not break under the weight rise because of it. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why this journey is so intense? Why the obstacles never seem to stop? Why every step forward comes with resistance? This calling is not for the faint of heart. This path is not for those who shrink back. It is not for those who quit at the first sign of difficulty. It is not for those who seek an easy life. Because history makers do not quit, they conquer. Look around. Who do you admire? The people who have changed the world. The ones whose names are remembered. Did they have an easy path? Or did they walk through fire, endure pain, and push through when others gave up? Moses faced Pharaoh's wrath. David faced Goliath. Joseph faced betrayal. Jesus faced the cross. Yet they did not stop. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. Do you know what separates those who rise from those who fade into obscurity? It is not talent. It is not opportunity. It is endurance. When others collapse under the weight, you must rise. When others question their purpose, you must move forward in faith. When others surrender to fear, you must walk boldly, because you were built for this. Think of Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison for a cause greater than himself. He could have become bitter. He could have given up, but he endured. And when he walked out of that prison, he walked into history. Think of Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He could have stopped at the 100th failure, the 500th failure, the 1,000th failure. But he understood something that most people don't, that failure is not a reason to stop, but a reason to refine. Think of Jesus himself, betrayed, beaten, mocked, crucified, and yet he never turned back. He carried his cross, endured the pain, and fulfilled his mission, not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2 to 3. So rise up. You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for impact. You were not called to live a life of ease. You were called to walk in purpose. You were not designed to crumble. You were designed to carry the weight with grace. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. You are anointed for this. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. Walk boldly in your calling. Do not be afraid of the weight, embrace it. Do not resent the journey, master it. Do not fear the fire, allow it to refine you. Let us pray this prayer of faith together as one family. Heavenly Father, Almighty and everlasting one, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of generations, the God who speaks and it is done, the God who raises the poor from the dust and seats them among kings, we come before you today, humbled yet confident, knowing that you hear the cries of your chosen ones. Father, I lift up before you every breadwinner, every burden bearer, every warrior of faith who stands in the gap for their families, their communities, their nations. Lord, these are not ordinary people. These are your vessels, your anointed ones, handpicked for such a time as this. They were not chosen by men, but by you. They did not ask for this burden, but you saw something in them that no one else saw. And now, Lord, they carry responsibilities that are beyond their own strength. Many of them are weary, Lord. Many of them have cried in secret while standing strong in public. Many of them have been the ones others lean on, yet they have no one to lean on themselves. Many of them have poured out everything they have emotionally, spiritually, financially, yet feel like they are running on empty. But you, O Lord, are the strength of the weary. You are the God who lifts the weak and makes them strong. You are the one who carries those who have no more strength to walk. You are the one who steps in when human effort is no longer enough. So today, Father, I ask for a fresh outpouring of your divine strength. Let them feel the weight lifted off their shoulders. Let them experience the supernatural renewal that can only come from you. Revive them, Lord. Pour out fresh fire. Ignite their faith again. It means that if God gave you the assignment, He has already made provision for you to fulfill it. Have you ever wondered how you have made it this far? How despite the exhaustion, the opposition, the setbacks, and the overwhelming weight, you are still standing. It is because God has been sustaining you even when you did not realize it. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40 verse 29. But still you ask, why does it feel so heavy? Because the assignment is great. Because the impact will be massive. Because the road is difficult. But the reward is beyond what you can imagine. If your calling were small, the weight would be light. But God is not just calling you to survive. He is calling you to transform generations. And that kind of purpose comes with pressure. Look at Noah. God gave him a task that no one understood. Build an ark in the middle of dry land. Can you imagine the ridicule, the isolation? People must have laughed at him, mocked him, told him he was wasting his life. But Noah knew that God was his source. And because of his obedience, he did not just save himself, he preserved the future of humanity. Or think of Harriet Tubman, a woman who risked everything to lead others to freedom. She had no money, no safety, no support, but she had God. She walked into the most dangerous places with nothing but faith. And because of her courage, hundreds of people escaped slavery, and her legacy still shapes history. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Chosen one, you were chosen for this. You are not just a breadwinner, you are a history maker. You are a foundation upon which generations will stand. But have you ever considered that your obedience today is shaping the future of those who come after you? You're not just working to pay bills. You're not just trying to make ends meet. You are laying a foundation. You are setting a precedent. You are breaking generational curses. Do you realize that what you are doing today will impact people you will never meet? You are the reason your children, your family, your lineage will know stability, wisdom, and faith. Your perseverance is ensuring that what God started in your bloodline will not be lost. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1 verse 6. You're not just here to survive, you are here to establish a legacy. The world may not understand the weight you carry. People may never see the sacrifices you have made, but God sees it. And because He is your source, you will not fail. So do not break under the weight rise because of it. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why this journey is so intense? Why the obstacles never seem to stop? why every step forward comes with resistance. This calling is not for the faint of heart. This path is not for those who shrink back. It is not for those who quit at the first sign of difficulty. It is not for those who seek an easy life. Because history makers do not quit, they conquer. Look around, who do you admire? The people who have changed the world. The ones whose names are remembered. Did they have an easy path? Or did they walk through fire, endure pain, and push through when others gave up? Moses faced Pharaoh's wrath. David faced Goliath. Joseph faced betrayal. Jesus faced the cross. Yet they did not stop. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6 verse 9. Do you know what separates those who rise from those who fade into obscurity? It is not talent. It is not opportunity. It is endurance. When others collapse under the weight, you must rise. When others question their purpose, you must move forward in faith. When others surrender to fear, you must walk boldly. Because you were built for this. Think of Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison for a cause greater than himself. He could have become bitter. He could have given up, but he endured. And when he walked out of that prison, he walked into history. Think of Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He could have stopped at the 100th failure, the 500th failure, the 1,000th failure. But he understood something that most people don't, that failure is not a reason to stop, but a reason to refine. Think of Jesus himself, betrayed, beaten, mocked, crucified, and yet he never turned back. He carried his cross. He endured the pain. He fulfilled his mission. Not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verses 2-3. So rise up. You were not chosen for comfort, you were chosen for impact. You were not called to live a life of ease, you were called to walk in purpose. You were not designed to crumble, you were designed to carry the weight with grace. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. You are anointed for this. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2 verse 10. Walk boldly in your calling. Do not be afraid of the weight, embrace it. Do not resent the journey, master it. Do not fear the fire, allow it to refine you. Let us pray this prayer of faith together as one family. Your devotion, despite your imperfections, marks you as different from those who believe they cannot have another chance. Cast away harmful habits and relationships. You will not mourn their absence. You are in the process of being reborn. I will infuse your heart with tenderness and call you by a name known only to us. When I do, it will awaken your spirit, and you will find yourself drawn into my presence with each morning light. This is a season of profound change and overflowing blessings. If you encounter new challenges, do not be alarmed. I will equip you with the strength to overcome them. Your family will experience blessings and protection, surrounded by my unending love. Declare your unwavering faith in me, for I see how, even in your most restless moments, you remember my love and give thanks for the blessings I have granted. Know that I see it all, and it fills my heart with joy. Dearest child, your kind contribution strengthens our calling to spread God's truth and love. By pressing the super thanks button, you help forge a path of enlightenment and unity. May blessings in abundance find their way back to you. I am moved by the depth of your gratitude and the profound place I hold in your heart. Your faith is more than an ornament or a phrase etched on a plaque. It is a vibrant, unwavering flame that purifies doubt, reinforces your spirit, and arms you with the power to confront and conquer any challenge. It infuses your soul with peace during moments of suffering and extends hope and relief to those around you. Your belief spreads my boundless love and truth, igniting light in dark corners. Know that your faith is a mighty force, and your words are vessels of great authority. Stand firm and unyielding, ready for battle, for no force of evil shall overcome you. No predator can devour you. Your faith shields you, serving as an eternal testament to my unwavering love, a love that transcends any trial or shift in circumstance. Whether you scale the highest peaks or traverse the lowest valleys, whether you are bathed in light or shrouded in shadow, in joy or in tears, my love is an unchanging current that runs through your life, anchoring you. Yet, in this bond, I long for your heart and your devotion in return. Turn your eyes to me. Follow the path paved with obedience and blessings. The solutions you seek are not distant. I have positioned them within your grasp. My word houses the strength you need, and the miracle you yearn for is unlocked through the key of your unshakable faith. These miracles, born of faith, will ripple through generations, marking your legacy. Your steadfastness brings my protection, not just for you, but for your loved ones. Let yourself rest securely in my embrace as I wipe away every tear, shroud you in the warmth of my care, and replace bitterness with the sweetness of my boundless love. I wish for your heart to be light. And today, dear child, I know that in this moment, you need me more than ever. I ask for nothing more than your trust. No sacrifices, no conditions. Even when pain tightens its grip around your heart, do not fear, for I am here to mend your soul. I cherish when you reach out to me, when you call my name, even in whispers. It isn't the length or complexity of your words that moves me. It's your sincerity, your heart that I hold dear. Never forget the power in even the smallest seed of faith. Mountains crumble before it when placed in the light of prayer. From my heavenly seat, I oversee your destiny, sending you comfort and showering you with love. I know your needs and will respond in the way that aligns perfectly with my divine plan, always for your good. When storms arise and fear tries to shake you, remember this: my presence is with you. Proclaim confidently, God is my Father, my shepherd, my guide, and my provider. You will always deliver me, and today will be no different. Stand firm, with your feet rooted in my path, resolute and undistracted. Let my purpose be your focus, unclouded by the clamor of fleeting temptations. When tomorrow's whispers seek to lead you astray, anchor yourself in my word. Let it shield and strengthen your mind. Doubts and negative thoughts are like thieves, but know that I am ever vigilant, caring for your soul and emotions. I gift you my peace, a peace unlike anything the world can offer, a peace of my very spirit that brings a deep, unshakable calm. I have heard you cry out to me in your time of need, and I receive your prayers with open arms. My answer is coming, dear one. Wait for it with eager anticipation and celebrate the joy that will follow. You are blessed beyond measure, and even greater blessings await you. Your dedication to me is evident, and I am proud of your journey. Stay focused on my commandments, and let my words saturate your being, correcting your course, shifting the sails of your life. It hasn't been without difficulty, yet you endured. Allow my divine breath to steer you. The transformation in your heart is beautiful, and your pursuit of change does not go unnoticed. Always remember that I am by your side, guiding, supporting, and uplifting you. My love knows no limits, is constant and unyielding. Trust in me as your Father, your protector, your navigator, and your provider. Today and forevermore, my presence will always envelop you, my beloved child. Let this message uplift your heart. Pass it forward and share this blessing with up to 3 souls who might need encouragement today. I come to bless you, not with ordinary blessings, but with those that surpass human understanding. Every word I speak is imbued with the essence of life itself. This is my way of assuring you of my love and lending my hand to lift your burdens. I am growing your wisdom, deepening your insight, and refining your character with care. I am clothing you in patience and filling your life with abundance. Your story is one of renewal, a metamorphosis where my spirit embraces every inch of your being. No longer will you tread the path of error or succumb to the seductive whispers of sin. Instead, I am endowing you with the resilience to break free from every chain that once bound you. Your thoughts will be pure, noble, focused on what is good and uplifting. The allure of gossip, deceit, and negativity that poisons the mind will no longer have power over you. You will be astounded by the changes that take root within you. Changes that will inspire those around you to look at you with newfound respect and understanding. They will acknowledge your growth, forgive past missteps, and extend grace just as you have received mine. Let these words dwell in your heart as a testament to my promises, a reminder that you are loved deeply and eternally. My hand is outstretched, ready to guide, support, and shower you with blessings yet unseen. Trust in me and watch as your life unfolds in a symphony of miracles and boundless love. I am pouring out my grace into your soul, an overflowing gift that will open doors wide before you. Blessings beyond what you can fathom will flow into your life, and opportunities for meaningful work will arise, ensuring that the needs of your loved ones are met abundantly. I am clearing a path that is new and unmarred by the fears and anxieties of your past. You will step forward into a life imbued with profound peace, free from the chains of worry and the torment of haunting memories. Know this, through my blood, you are liberated. No threat, be it born of lies, sorcery, or malice, can harm you. Your heart, mind, spirit, and speech are purified and radiant. This is the promise I grant to those who courageously share my word. Seek my forgiveness with genuine repentance, and come to me daily in faith and humility, yearning for my favor. Before you close your eyes at night, pour your sorrows into my presence. Share with me your sadness. Speak of your frustrations and fears. Do not hold back your thoughts, for I know them already and am not angered by them. Come to me with an open heart, and you will find peace as you release your burdens. When you wake, you will do so with a heart brimming with thankfulness, for I will have blessed you and performed wonders unseen. Miraculous moments await those who choose to believe, who stay steady in times of hardship, and who step forward with faith even when the path is uncertain. Miracles are reserved for those who keep their gaze fixed on my mercy and power, for I am the one who lifts up those who stumble and renews the weary. My love for you is not conditional on your past. It transcends every mistake and misstep. Repent, turn away from harmful choices, separate yourself from relationships that do not uplift you, and break free from the chains that hold you captive. Cry out with all your being when you stand before me, for with my blood I will shatter every chain that binds you. In the morning, rise joyfully, unburdened by your past, and let your first breath and words be of gratitude and praise. Embrace your day's duties with enthusiasm, knowing I will equip you with the strength to carry them out. Rekindle your long-lost dreams. Pick up the work you've abandoned, and have faith that I have positioned you where success is possible. The times are challenging, yet this is your season to flourish and become who you are meant to be. I want you to prosper, not just in spirit, but in all areas of your life, as your soul thrives in my unwavering truth. Every night, tell me you trust in me before you close your eyes. I love you deeply, more than you can comprehend, and my desire is that you learn to rest in my arms like a trusting child. I have cleansed your heart so that your faith may be simple and sincere, filled with unshakable trust. I came to you and made myself your friend so that you would know you can spend endless moments with me. We can converse about everything that matters to you. Tell me about your dreams and what you need to make them real. I have shown you in the deepest corners of your heart that I am your Father and will never abandon you. I am with you always, even when you feel alone. Know that my presence surrounds you. If doubts arise and you wonder if I have left your side, remember my words to you. I am true and I do not change my mind. My beloved child, take this moment of inspiration and pass it forward. Share this message with someone whose heart could use a touch of hope. I came to you and placed my spirit within you, washing your heart clean and crowning you with victory. I did this not because you earned it, but because of my boundless love for you. There is an accuser who will remind you of your past, haunt you in the quiet hours, and try to chain you with guilt. But I tell you, you're no longer who you were. I wish you could see yourself as I see you, renewed, strong, and cherished. Even if you cannot yet see this reality, hold fast to your faith, for it is your steadfast belief in me that will fuel your journey toward your divine purpose. The day will come when you will look back and see how far you have come, remembering the moments when you nearly gave up but didn't, strengthened by your faith. I see you growing stronger and wiser, developing into the person I always intended you to be. Though you will always be my beloved child, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not hesitate or lose heart, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, uphold you, and keep you steady with my righteous hand. To dwell eternally in my kingdom as royalty, you must nurture a heart as pure and innocent as a child's. While you walk this earth, I will clothe you with dignity and bestow upon you authority. You will be surrounded by my angel guardians to protect you, ensuring that you are never alone and are always embraced by my love and care. You are precious to me, beloved beyond measure. Only I have the power to deliver you from every difficulty. Open the doors of your heart and soul to me, and you will witness a transformation so profound that even the deepest troubles will bow to my will. You have done well to seek me when you needed me most, but my longing is for you to seek me always, not just in times of despair, but as the center of your life. Love me with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. Let me be your first thought in the morning and the last whisper of gratitude before sleep. Commit your life to me today and watch as my presence reshapes your life, filling it with power and purpose. You have felt the emptiness, sensed that void within you that yearns to be filled. Invite me into that space, and you will find that everything changes. Those who have wronged you will come forward seeking forgiveness, and doors that were once locked will be opened. You will find yourself valued by those who once overlooked you. I will send new, loyal friends into your life, and the shadow of loneliness and sorrow will be lifted. My words have the power to shift circumstances and align them for your benefit. Do not fear unexpected challenges or setbacks, and do not let the harsh words or actions of others wound you. Be mindful not to dwell on the criticisms or insults of those who wish to see you fall, for I am your protector, holding you safe from every onslaught. Rise each day with my promises on your lips, and know that you are shielded beneath the wings of the Almighty. You are cherished by your Heavenly Father, who loves you beyond the limit of time and understanding. Amen. My cherished one, hear me. Today, not by random chance or fleeting coincidence, but by the gentle drawing of my spirit towards you, I urge you to pause, even if only for a fleeting moment, and truly absorb the words I speak. Let their warmth envelop your heart and flood you with joy immeasurable. You see, I delight in you far beyond what you can fathom. Your unwavering commitment stirs my very being. Through the valleys of difficulty, your steadfast trust in me has shone like a beacon. The trust, despite the storms you face, moves me to pour out more blessings upon you and your loved ones. Do not allow discouragement to stall your journey. Even in the darkest storm, reach for my hand. I am here to guide you. When life's tempests surge and chaos threatens to overwhelm, take solace in my embrace, where you will find unwavering comfort and peace. I have shared this before, and I say it again. Trials are an inevitable part of life, but victory is already won through the sacrifice of my Son. His resurrection has overcome the finality of death, so no earthly trouble can conquer you when you remain in Him. I yearn for you to draw from my strength, an inexhaustible source that refreshes your spirit and lifts your weary heart. Come to the fountain that only I can provide, a wellspring of living water. The voices of your detractors may attempt to confine you with doubt and fear, to lock you within the small spaces of insecurity. But know this, I have come to give you life, a life that overflows with abundance. I intend to lift your gaze beyond the struggles and lift you from the shadows of despair to bask in the heights of joy. My cherished child, if these words have resonated with your heart, express it with a simple touch of the like button. I see every battle you fight, even those no one else notices. When the weight of discouragement urges you to give in, remember, I have not abandoned you. My intentions for you are as bound and steadfast as my unfailing love. You may question the value of perseverance when hardships confront you repeatedly, wave after wave. But trust me, beloved, blessings are scattered along the path after each storm passes. Peace, even unseen, is already making its way to you. In the silence that follows the chaos, my love whispers comfort, drawing you into the shelter of my protective wings, where you can rest and renew. Don't let fear convince you that you are unworthy of such refuge. Lay down your doubts and come to me just as you are. I know the secret battles you face daily, and I assure you, you do not fight alone. I am by your side, closer than the air you breathe. Even if all you can offer is the smallest glimmer of faith like a mustard seed, that faith is more than enough for me to move mountains on your behalf. Believe, even when the path ahead appears shrouded in darkness, my love will illuminate it with radiant light to guide you through the valleys. Life's shifting tides may bring moments of sorrow and joy, of night and dawn. Tears may last for a night, but joy is promised with the coming day. Embrace the sorrow when it visits, for it carries the seeds of cleansing and healing. But do not let despair take root and trap you. You are more than the sum of others' judgments. Their voices may try to accuse and belittle, casting shadows on your worth. Yet those taunts are mere vapor, insubstantial compared to the truth of who you are in me. My plans for you are filled with hope and painted with the brightest strokes of beauty. My arms are ever open, ready to embrace you when the trials of life push you down. You may turn away in frustration, but know that my heart remains turned toward you always. Even if you reject me today, my love for you never diminishes or falters. Like the father who awaits the return of his wandering child, I will run to you tomorrow eager and ready. My loyalty to you is steadfast, unshakable by any work or deed. You will come to know this only when you choose to pause your striving. Though my love may sometimes feel far away or hidden beneath the noise of life's trials, do not believe the lies. Draw closer to me, and you will see that no love compares to mine. No one knows your innermost thoughts and dreams like I do, nor can anyone else hold your heart with the tenderness I possess. No friend or companion can bear your burdens or see you as I do, even when you feel your weakest and most undeserving. The pain you are facing now may seem insurmountable, and the strength to move forward may feel depleted. Yet, remember, the night may be long, but dawn will always break. Lay your hand on your heart and breathe in my presence. My love, peace, and truth are surrounding you, flowing into the deepest parts of your being. Hear the voice of hope that rises from within, lifting you up. Though doubt may cloud your vision and the waiting may weary your soul, dawn's light will soon pierce through. The weight pressing upon you will lift, and you will stand in awe of my faithfulness. Do not be overwhelmed by today's challenges. I have measured them carefully, pairing each trial with an outpouring of my grace ready to meet you where you are. Even now, I am raising your head and holding your face gently in my hands. Feel the wave of love washing over you, bringing with it supernatural peace and joy beyond comprehension. This rest, this solace, comes directly from my heart, prepared just for you. Angels have been sent to minister to your spirit, to tend to your weary soul, so you are never alone. Little one, if this message has filled your heart, let it be known with a gentle press on the like button. Walk with me one step at a time. Together, we will reach the end of this path. Even if, at times, you feel my presence is difficult to perceive, do not believe that I have left you. Though doubts, anger, bitterness, and other burdens cloud your vision, I am near. Release these weights so you can be free. Don't let the chains others have imposed hold you back from soaring. The wounds, the soul's hidden infections, must be brought into the light so healing can begin. I am a source of that healing and the freedom you seek. I know the current hardships seem endless and the storm relentless, but breakthrough is on the horizon. My promise stands. Circumstances will change as surely as the wind shifts direction. Stand firm, for your dawn is near, and the night's shadow will soon recede. The atmosphere around you is changing, the heaviness beginning to shatter. It is my hand that breaks the barriers, my light that uncovers hidden darkness. You will fulfill your destiny, and there will be no delays. The journey may be challenging, but your arrival will be perfectly timed, just as I have. I will straighten your shoulders and lift your eyes from the ground. March forward not just with confidence, but with boldness unwavering and steadfast. Do not fear the waves that rise around you or the turbulent waters that threaten to overtake you, for I am here to part those waters, to ensure that not even a drop touches your feet as you stride through to the other side. Yes, there will be times when carrying out my call feels so heavy, it seems as though it could crush you. But have I not promised to bear those very burdens when they become too much for you to handle? Have I not vowed to be your strength when your own strength gives way? I will never abandon you, my beloved. Even when your grip weakens and you release your hold, I remain. Even when your spirit falters and you're ready to surrender, I am there to lift you up and set you on your feet again. Know this, I am already at work, creating a path where you see none. Even now, in moments of doubt and uncertainty, I am making a way. All I ask is that you keep moving. Keep treading water if you must, for help is on its way. Soon, you will feel the undeniable pull of my favor, lifting you and carrying you forward into the fullness of your purpose. There lies before you a life rich with freedom and endless possibilities, a life that can only be reached if you refuse to yield to discouragement. The whispers of doubt and the echoes of past shame are but shadows, insubstantial and fleeting. They seek to blind you to the truth that my arms are outstretched, ready to draw you into a story far grander and more beautiful than you can now imagine. I have been with you from your first breath, holding you, guiding you, comforting you through every twist and turn of your journey. I know every part of you, all your strengths and vulnerabilities, every wound and every hope. In moments when fear rises like a flood, have I not shown my faithfulness? Have I not calmed the storm and silenced the chaos? When the weight of trials presses upon you, call out to me, my love. I will answer, and you will witness mighty wonders beyond your comprehension. Take my hand outstretched toward you and gaze into my eyes, which reflect the pride I have for you. In them, you are radiant, clothed in victory, a testament to triumph over every shadow. Together, we will cross the finish line, your shouts of joy reverberating as we celebrate. Listen for my voice, child, for when you respond, you'll find the answers you seek. Through dreams and visions, I will reveal truths and unfold my grand design for you. I am leading you on a journey where miracles await, where each step brings new discoveries and boundless blessings. Embrace these promises with trust, for I take the utmost joy in enriching your life and filling it with the boundless gifts of my spirit. Know beyond doubt that I am restoring your joy and mending your heart piece by piece. Let this truth anchor you. My love for you is steadfast, never waning, and always present. Face your challenges with unwavering resolve. Stand firm and courageous against trials, refusing to let any threat shake your spirit. Let no voice of cynicism rob you of the peace that I have gifted to you. Those who doubt my promises will continue to search in vain, but you who have placed your trust in me will stand fulfilled. I honor your resilience and promise that you will never be alone, day and night. I am your guardian, watching over you, cherishing your well-being. Allow my sacred words to enrich your mind and heart. Align your dreams, your goals, and your actions with my purpose. Do not hastily act to please others, but seek me first. In patience and prayer, find the wisdom that will guide you to victory. Cast away the fear of failure, for in my embrace, you are safe. My deepest desire is that you walk confidently, secure in the knowledge of how cherished you are. Let the promises I have given be the light that guides your every step. You were made to walk in light, not shadow, to be covered in my love, filled with strength, wisdom, and the power to overcome any barrier. My beloved, if this message has spoken to your heart, share a moment of connection by hitting that like button. Confide in me your desires and your needs, for I am listening. My plan for you extends beyond your imagination, bringing forth my power so unmistakably that all will know I am with you. You are my vessel, chosen to carry blessings to the world. Begin within your home. Speak of me to your family. Share my love and my faithfulness so they may know that the goodness in their lives is not by chance, but by my hand. Encourage them to make me the center of their hearts and their decisions. When you pray for those you love, I will respond. I will mend what is broken, heal what is sick, replace despair with hope, and turn mourning into joy. Discord will fade, replaced by forgiveness and unity, and peace will find a home within your walls. Be brave and let your heart be untroubled. Share the truth of my kindness and my unwavering presence with those dearest to you. Help them see that I am their source of blessings and joy. My desire is that their lives and yours radiate my glory, becoming sanctuaries for the weary. Those who enter will feel the weight of their burdens lessen and sense my love enveloping them. Marvels will unfold within your home, a testimony to my great plans for you and your loved ones. Though you may feel the pressure of meeting the world's demands, trust that my plans for you are perfect. They will exceed every expectation, showering you with blessings unimaginable. Keep the faith, dwell in my teachings, align your heart with mine, and listen for my voice each day. I will guide you, enabling you to move forward with certainty. My wish is for you to greet each day with the assurance of victory, taking a path unlike those who are weighed down by worldly troubles. I came so that you could have a life rich and abundant. Hold fast to my hand, trust deeply, and watch as my blessings pour out upon you, cascading like a waterfall of grace and love. You have yearned deeply to discover what my heart desires for you. Now, with newfound clarity, you see that I adore you with a boundless, extravagant love. My wish is to shower you with blessings every single day, drawing you close to an existence filled with light, joy, and unwavering peace. The world around you may often conspire to shatter your hope, weighing you down with trials and burdens. Yet, know this, I have already conquered every source of pain and sorrow that this life could ever present. If you cling steadfastly to my teachings, imbued with faith, and open your heart to these miraculous blessings with love and humility, no challenge can defeat you. Understand that I hear every cry, every whispered prayer, and I craft pathways through the most barren landscapes of your life. From my throne, I unleash rivers of grace that wash away your worries, cleanse your spirit, and leave you with a tranquil heart, ready to embrace hope, faith, and serenity. Do not let anxious thoughts take root within you or allow your mind to be assailed by doubts and painful memories. I am your Lord, your Redeemer, and I have already forgiven every sin, freeing you from the weight of guilt and self-condemnation. Embrace this truthfully, for punishing yourself with worry and despair is not the life I intended for you. I wish for you to understand that your troubles are not insurmountable. You are not meant to walk this earth overwhelmed, with a heart burdened and eyes turned downward in defeat. No, you were created to stand tall, your gaze lifted to the heavens with trust. Today, I desire your release from every worry that holds you captive. Yes, you live in a world riddled with challenges, but know that you were placed in this era purposefully to strengthen your faith, nurture humility, and prepare your soul to receive the profound wisdom and blessings I am ready to bestow. Your past struggles, every hardship you have endured, have been carefully woven into the fabric of my greater plan for your life. They are not random afflictions, but ingredients in a divine recipe designed to equip and ready you for what I have called you to fulfill. Trust that your financial concerns and earthly worries will be alleviated as you learn to loosen your grip on possessions and focus on the priceless value of people. Recognize and cherish the limitless love I have for you, and extend that same compassion and patience to yourself. The relentless pursuit of perfection will only lead to confusion and frustration. Understand that everyone makes mistakes, yet I am with you, watching and guiding, even when you falter and let emotions dictate your choices. With each new day comes a fresh dose of my grace and forgiveness. For those who turn back to me, I stand ready to grant you new beginnings, infusing your heart with mercy and a renewed sense of purpose. I extend my hand, illuminating your path with radiant beams of divine light, a reminder of how deeply and unfailingly I love you. Now is the time for you to place unwavering confidence in me. Your life holds significant meaning, dreams waiting to be realized, and loved ones to nurture. I seek your unwavering devotion and loyalty, for your heart was made to be mine. Approach this journey with earnest commitment, understanding that I did not create you to be swept painlessly by the storms of life. Let go of the worry that seeks to paralyze you, and do not be deceived by those who only seem supportive but fall away when challenges arise. True strength comes not from the validation of fair-weather companions, but from embracing my constant and nurturing presence. Do not fear solitude. Rather, find solace in my unwavering love. Trust me wholeheartedly with the simple, unshakable faith of a child, knowing that I am always by your side. In doing so, you will never face any battle alone. You will find yourself empowered, overcoming obstacles, and moving forward with renewed health and vigor. Precious soul, if these words have brought peace to your heart, respond with a touch of the like button. Allow yourself to be embraced by my love fully. Do not hesitate to let go of relationships or attachments that no longer nurture your soul's growth. I am here, your eternal encourager, ready to understand, comfort, and walk beside you without an ounce of judgment. Come to me with open honesty, not because I demand it, but because your soul finds joy in being transparent before me. Show your devotion not through flawless action or grand displays, but through a heart that genuinely seeks me. I value authenticity, not a performance shrouded in pretense or a facade hiding bitterness. Your loyalty, whispered prayers, and moments of heartfelt connection with me are infinitely precious and will be met with abundant reward. You have seen evidence of my love time and again, and felt my deep care throughout your life. Let this profound truth permeate your very being. From this moment forward, release your fears into my care. I bolster your confidence and wash away your worries. Together, we will walk this path to triumph, your heart overflowing with peace, resting securely in my boundless love, and immersed in the calm that comes from knowing you are cherished. This has always been the way I intended it to be. It is now, and it forever shall be. I infuse you with strength and courage, banishing any trace of fear that clouds your heart and filling you with unwavering self-assurance. Every trial you face, every hardship you endure will not be in vain. There is a purpose to every struggle, and beyond this battle, a prize awaits. My intention is to transform how you view yourself, to help you see your worth beyond limitations and past mistakes. You are infinitely precious to me. Your worth is not defined by achievements or failures. My love for you is unconditional, deepening with every step you take. Your life has been a profound preparation for the purpose I have set aside for you and your family. Everything you've encountered has been woven together, each experience contributing to the calling you are now ready to embrace. And remember, those around you, especially those you cherish, are also on a path of growth. They will mature. Their understanding and spiritual insight will deepen. The people you see today are not fixed in time. I am working in their hearts as well. Be patient with them and remain steadfast in prayer, for I promise that this chapter of tension and conflict will eventually end, and peace will be restored to your household. When worries weigh on you, bring them to me first. Don't let anger rob you of the joy and tranquility you've worked to cultivate. Be mindful of your words, choosing them carefully, as they have the power to heal or harm. Avoid comparisons, for each heart is unique and everyone is on their own journey. Though boundaries and rules are essential in your home, let kindness and respect guide your discipline. Before you correct those you love, take a moment to seek my wisdom and allow me to fill you with the patience and love that come from above. I will help you address even difficult issues with a heart full of understanding. Day and night, I am by your side. When you lie down, I am watching over you. And when you wake, I walk with you into the day. My wisdom has crafted magnificent plans for you, dreams that go beyond what you can see now. Each morning, rise refreshed and hopeful, equipped to meet every challenge with poise and confidence. Know that I will never burden you beyond what you can bear. When the weight feels too heavy, remember that resilience lies within you, and victory is not far off. You are stronger than you know, and just beyond the struggle, a reward is waiting, a symbol of your endurance, a celebration of your unwavering faith. I have empowered you with strength to walk safely, even through shadows and challenges. Stand tall and confident, for the hopes you hold close to your heart are on the brink of realization. Your faith is the beacon lighting your path, a radiant guide that launches each new day. Your trust fills me with joy, and as you believe in me, so too will I unfold wonders in your life. My love for you is boundless, and I envision a future bright with promise. Do not fear the road ahead, nor the challenges that come your way. With my name as your shield, face every trial boldly. Pledge to remain grounded, not swayed by fleeting feelings or deterred by any hardship. Precious one, take this step to deepen your connection with Christ and join our circle of believers. Click join to receive the blessings of exclusive teachings and heartfelt fellowship. Let us walk side by side in the light of faith and the warmth of grace. I am your healer, provider, protector, and guide. I meet your needs, strengthen your resolve, and anchor your mind in faith. Today, I give you an unshakable certainty in my steadfast love. Even if you stumble, know that my love for you remains, ever ready to support your next step. Your life brims with potential, abundant with opportunities that lead to victories beyond what you can now imagine. Your face reflects the joy of your faith, radiating a light that touches those around you. The kindness and grace you extend to others reflect my love at work within you, bearing witness to the world of the miracles I perform in those who open their hearts to me. Hear me, dear one, every challenge you face is purposeful. Do not fear difficulties, and do not let anxiety shake your spirit. Press on resolutely in this direction, knowing I am always by your side, surrounding you with peace, patience, and strength. I love you profoundly. Come, rest before me. Lay down your burdens, your frustrations, your sadness, and your fears. For a moment, allow yourself to release the weight that rests upon your shoulders. Let me lift you up, for I see your weariness and understand the struggles that have kept you awake. I know the nights you've lain in worry and the tears you shed over loss and injustice. I am here with you in every sorrow, in every anxious thought. You are not alone. You need rest, my beloved, so let me care for you now. Be still, resting comfortably in my presence, where there is no pretense or judgment. Tell me what troubles you, what weighs on your heart. I am here to listen and bring you peace. Together, we will find strength and clarity. I know you better than anyone, celebrating you as you are. You are chosen, adored, flawless in my eyes. I see your longing for connection and community, for meaningful relationships. Take heart, for I will place people in your life to walk with you, friends to support and cherish you. In the meantime, know that you have me, your truest and most faithful friend. You're always on my mind, my beloved. Talk to me about everything, your joys, your struggles, your worries. My friendship will fill spaces you may not even realize were empty. Together, we will navigate this season step by step. I understand the financial worries that press on you, but remember, your worth is not defined by money or material possessions. You are priceless to me. Trust that I see your needs, and in my perfect timing, I will provide. I have already prepared all that you require. Draw close to me in prayer, and let my words reassure you that I am guiding every step, working on your behalf. Where you see obstacles and difficulties, I see opportunities for growth and redemption. I can turn the broken and painful situations into something beautiful and meaningful. What seems like a setback will become a step forward in ways you cannot yet see. Keep faith, for I am with you, transforming every aspect of your journey. My beloved child, in my presence, find rest, hope, and renewal. Lay down your burdens and let my love restore your spirit, preparing you for the magnificent path that lies ahead. I move through your life with profound wisdom and intentionality, shaping not just moments of joy, but also those of trial and hardship. These moments are not without purpose. They're crafted to forge resilience and nurture compassion within you, the person I created with care and vision. In your moments of despair, when hope feels like a fleeting shadow, hold fast to me, the unyielding source of hope. I promise to fill you with a courage that stands firm, a peace that surpasses understanding, a clarity that brings light, and a comfort that wraps you like a warm embrace. Dear one, take this moment of inspiration and spread its light. Share it with up to 3 friends or family members who could benefit from a touch of hope. Speak to me about the relationships that have splintered and left you feeling isolated. We can journey through this together, for you are never meant to bear these burdens alone. Inhale deeply, my beloved, and center yourself in my unwavering love. Let that love become your anchor, not the harmful words or actions of those who have wounded you. Their opinions do not define you, nor do their judgments have the power to alter your essence. What I proclaim about you carries the ultimate truth. You are chosen, irreplaceable, and cherished. Hold on to this reality as we delve into the pain of broken connections and begin the work of healing. Understand that forgiveness and reconciliation are both gifts and processes that unfold over time. Allow me to walk beside you, guiding each careful step toward wholeness. When memories resurface, tempting you to sink into criticism, blame, or bitterness, call out to me. Pour out your anger, voice your frustration, even shout if you must. I welcome your honesty. Once released, we will pause, and I will gently shift your perspective to see what I see. In this quiet, new understanding will emerge. I want to transform your view of yourself and those who have hurt you, nurturing within you a deep-rooted compassion and mercy that reflects my own. As you surrender your heart to my care, the seeds of forgiveness and reconciliation will take root, growing steadily until they blossom into something beautiful and life-giving. This transformation is not immediate. It is a process where beauty rises from the ashes. For now, anchor your heart in me. Let me be your shelter as the storm rages and your companion as it passes. Each day holds an invitation to experience my healing in profound and surprising ways. You have faced immense trials, endured mistreatment, and weathered the sting of neglect and abuse. These experiences left marks on your mind and spirit, reshaping how you see the world and yourself. I know the magnitude of what was taken from you and the silent cries of your heart. Be assured, my precious one, I see it all, and I am tending to your wounds with a tender and loving touch. I have been with you in every tear shed, collecting each as a testament to your pain. Healing is unfolding, mending what has been shattered. Draw nearer to me, and let us nurture the parts of you that have been so worn down that hope seems distant. Step by step, we will walk a path of recovery, untangling the past so you can move forward freely into the life I've prepared for you. I'm making all things new. The pain will not last forever. It will give way to new growth, new strength, and new purpose. Even now, as we speak, the years lost to struggle and hardship are being restored. Trust me, my love. My promises never falter. A weight of generational trauma and inherited pain stops here, in this moment. In my name, you are free from the patterns that once bound you. Only my blessings are yours to inherit. Release the burden of others' expectations. Let go of any misplaced reverence or disdain toward your parents, ancestors, or systems that may have failed you. I break the distortion so you can discover who you truly are. Hear me clearly. You are my beloved child, and in you, I find delight. Together, we will venture into wholeness and a new vision for your life. Dream with me, my dear one. What visions set your soul ablaze? Share them without fear or reservation. Those dreams are seeds planted in your spirit, hints of the path I laid out for you. They are clues to your purpose and a testament to the unique ways I have equipped you to bless the world. Though some dreams may seem distant or improbable, remember that I am the God who brings life from barrenness, justice to the oppressed, and beauty from brokenness. This is who I am and what I do. I am weaving together a life for you that is rich with meaning, adventure, and deep joy. Sweet child, if this message has touched your spirit, let your heart be known with a simple click on the like button. When you feel lost, when the future appears dim, and doubt weighs heavily on your heart, come back to me. Let us pause and tend to the garden of your soul. In that space, surrounded by my love, your vision will clear and hope will ignite once more. The journey may be slow and uncertain at times, but know that I am with you. My promises will come to pass exactly as intended. Yes, I see sorrow darkening your eyes again, just as joy was beginning to bloom. Let's not avoid this grief, but face it together. What burdens your spirit today? I already know, but it fills my heart when you share openly with me. Here, your emotions find safety a place where they can be expressed and laid to rest. Speak without restraint. There is nothing too heavy for me. After you release this weight, you will find your mind clearer, your heart lighter, and your soul ready to receive my grace. This is how my truth renews you and brings clarity. So let us move forward, one breath, one heartbeat, one prayer at a time. I am here steady, unwavering, and ready to carry you through every shadow and every light-filled dawn. The adventure of your life awaits, my beloved. Trust in me, for I am making all things new. Listen closely, my beloved, as I softly whisper these truths over you. You, my cherished one, are never truly alone, not even for a fleeting moment. From the very beginning, my spirit has been entwined with yours, inseparable for eternity. With every heartbeat, I am working tirelessly on your behalf, orchestrating the unseen details of your life with divine precision. Even when it seems unclear or hidden from view, know that my hands are crafting something beautiful and purposeful. Stay close to me, for as you do, your vision will sharpen, allowing you to perceive the delicate artistry of my work. As your life's journey unfurls, you will come to recognize the depth of my character, woven into every twist and turn. Each trial, each moment of waiting, holds profound meaning. In due time, I will transform painful circumstances into new, life-bringing experiences. I am the one who redeems, shaping each struggle into growth. Hardships, while difficult, soften and expand your heart, creating space for more of my presence. Challenges cultivate a deepened capacity for empathy, shaping you further into the likeness of Christ. One day, you will look back and see how it all seamlessly fit into the masterpiece I am crafting. For now, remain nestled in my presence, allowing the peace I offer to saturate your soul. Trust, my precious one, I hold all things, including you, securely in my hands. Know that I take profound joy in who you are and who you are becoming. Your growth delights me, and I celebrate each step you take toward greater intimacy with me. Take bold steps forward. Dare to lean into my love without reservation. Share everything with me, the small victories, the milestones reached, the moments when dreams materialize. We will celebrate these triumphs together. When disappointments come, and they will let me be the one you turn to. Rest your frustrations and worries with me, so hope and joy can replace them. These moments of shared vulnerability are precious to me, my child. The future ahead of you is vast and filled with possibilities. Do not let fear or the voices of doubt shrink the space I have carved for your dreams. Embrace the visions I plant within your heart. They are sparks of life meant to bring you fully alive. As old aspirations fall away, know that together we will create new dreams and explore new adventures. Be patient as your purpose emerges. It is taking shape even now. Stay moldable and open, allowing me to nurture your gifts and develop your calling. My timing is always perfect, and soon you will see doors open that you could not have foreseen. Keep your attention on me, my voice, my plans, my desires for you and the world. Resist the distractions that clamor for first place in your heart. Release any ties that seek to confine you or cloud your path. I am leading you to higher places, and this journey requires your trust unwavering and bold. Dear one, if you have felt my message deep within, share that light by pressing the like button. I know that fear sometimes still grips you, whispering doubts that seek to freeze your dreams. But I am here, and my voice calls out the courage that resides deep within you. The power of my spirit dwells in you, overcoming any uncertainty. When longings and adventures stir within you, my beloved, drink from the well of living water inside you and share your heart's desires with me. Together, we will nurture the seeds of inspiration that take root in the soil of your soul. Growth comes through a blend of discipline, grace, and unwavering faith. I am committed to walking this journey with you, honoring every brave step you take. When you stumble, my arms are swift to catch you. When you soar, I am your greatest encourager. Let's speak about relationships, my precious lamb. I know this is tender ground, especially after what you have endured. Remember, I designed you for connection, though the world's brokenness has complicated this truth. Independent isolation may feel safer, but you were made for interdependence and community. Know this: I will never abandon you. I am the only one who can truly satisfy your soul's deepest longings. Our relationship is secure, unbreakable, and immeasurably fulfilling. This is where you can find your footing. In healthy relationships with others, glimpses of my nature are reflected. You were created to give and receive love and mutual care. True friendships foster humility and gratitude. Serving others nurtures compassion, while authentic interactions build courage and freedom. In genuine relationships, each person feels valued, safe, and inspired toward growth. This interdependence, as I intended it, is a reflection of my glory. Yet I know the pain you have faced. My heart aches for the trials you have endured. Talk to me about it, beloved. Speak. Allow the stories, the moments, the tears. Yes, I already know them all, but when you express them to me, it disarms the pain. Together, we can shine light on those memories and start the healing process. Right now, take a deep breath with me. Slowly. That's it. One more time in and out. Feel my presence around you, comforting and steadying you. Let the weight of your worries dissolve as you fix your attention on me. Perfect love, my love, casts out fear. Let this truth anchor you. Healing is a journey we will walk together, one gentle step at a time. Rest now, my dear one. Lay down the burdens that have kept you restless and let my peace cradle you into deep, heavenly rest. Your mind may feel chaotic, your spirit burdened by the noise, but my voice is here, offering transcendent grace. Let your anxieties fade as you meditate on my unfailing love. Nothing you face surprises me. Each moment serves a greater purpose. Trust that I am working for your good, beyond what you can imagine. Release your grip on control and let faith take its place. Remember, I dwell within your praises. Let every part you glorify me, for it activates divine power on your behalf, accomplishing what worry never could. Fix your thoughts on me and let my peace wash over your spirit. In this sacred place, tranquility flows abundantly. Breathe deeply and be restored. When weariness creeps in again, return to me. We will face anything together. Trust in my endless wisdom and love, my child. Always lean into me, for I am enough and I will always be enough. You were created to dwell in the light of my grace, to live a life that is filled with the warmth and radiance of my love. You are not meant to walk in darkness or to be overshadowed by the burdens and cares of this world. You are designed for a life of joy, peace, and fulfillment in my presence. In the light of my grace, you will find the freedom and liberation that your soul longs for. You will find the ability to rise above the challenges and obstacles that come your way and to live a life that is rich in purpose and meaning. My grace is the power that enables you to become all that I have created you to be. You were created to dwell in my light, to bask in the glow of my love, and to experience the fullness of life that comes from being in relationship with me. This is your true home, the place where you belong, and the place where you will find your deepest joy and satisfaction. Do not settle for anything less than this. Do not allow the darkness of this world to overshadow the light that I have placed within you. You are made for more than this, for a life that is lived in the brilliance of my grace and the abundance of my love. Dear child, let this message of light reach beyond you. Share it with someone who needs to be uplifted today. Come and dwell in my light, my child. Come and experience the joy and peace that come from living in my presence. This is what you were created for, and this is where you will find your true home. In the light of my grace, you will find a clarity and understanding that transcends the limitations of this world. My grace illuminates your path, guiding you through the shadows and revealing the truth that lies before you. It is a light that dispels the darkness and brings forth the brilliance of my love. My grace is a gift freely given, not earned by your efforts or achievements. It is a reflection of my deep love and compassion for you, an outpouring of my desire for you to experience the fullness of life. In my grace, you will find forgiveness, redemption, and the power to overcome the challenges that you face. Living in the light of my grace means embracing the truth that you are loved and accepted just as you are. It means letting go of the guilt and shame that weigh you down and stepping into the freedom that I offer. It means trusting in my love and believing in my promise to never leave you or forsake you. My grace is sufficient for you, my child. It is enough to carry you through the trials and tribulations of this life and to bring you into the joy and peace of my presence. It is a light that shines in the darkness, a beacon that guides you home. Embrace my grace and let it fill your heart with hope and joy. Let it be the light that leads you through the challenges of this world and into the eternal embrace of my love. You are covered in my grace, my child, and in my light you will find all that you need. Today, I stand before you, offering you a choice. It is a choice between life and death, between light and darkness, between the fleeting pleasures of this world and the eternal joy of my presence. I urge you, my child, to choose me, to choose the path that leads to life and to embrace the love and grace that I offer. My cherished child, carry the spark of hope forward. Share it with up to 3 others whose spirits might be lifted by its warmth and guidance. Every moment is an opportunity to make this choice, and today is no different. You have the power to decide the direction of your life, to choose the path you will walk and the destiny you will reach. I am here, ready to guide you, to support you, and to walk with you every step of the way. Choosing me means turning away from the things that lead you away from my presence. It means letting go of the temporary and embracing the eternal. It means trusting in my love and following my ways. It is a choice that requires courage and faith, but it is a choice that leads to the fullness of life. Do not delay, my child. Do not put off the decision that is before you. Choose me today, and you will find the joy, peace, and fulfillment that your heart longs for. Choose me, and you will experience the abundant life that I have prepared for you. I have chosen you, and I'm calling you to choose me in return. Let this be the day that you step into the life that you were created for, the life that is found in my presence and filled with my love. Choose me, and you will find your true home, your true purpose, and your true joy. I have chosen you, my child, with a love that is eternal and unchanging. Before the foundations of the world were laid, I knew you, and I set my love upon you. You're not an accident or an afterthought. You are a deliberate and precious part of my plan. My choice of you is not based on your merits or your worthiness, but on my deep and abiding love for you. I have chosen you because you are my creation, and I delight in you. I have chosen you because you are precious to me, and I desire for you to be with me forever. You are the one I have called, the one I have loved, and the one I have chosen to be mine. My choice of you is a promise, a commitment that I will never leave you or forsake you. It is a declaration of my love and a testament to my desire for you to walk with me in the fullness of life. You are chosen, my child, and nothing can change that. Embrace this truth and let it fill your heart with joy and confidence. You are not alone, and you are not without hope. You are chosen by the Creator of the universe, and you are cherished beyond measure. From the very beginning, before time began, I knew you and loved you. You have always been a part of my plan, a cherished creation that I have held in my heart. Every detail of your life has been known to me, and every moment has been a part of the story that I am writing with you. You are not a random occurrence or a product of chance. You are a deliberate and intentional creation, crafted by my hand and designed with purpose and love. From the moment you were conceived, I have been with you, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you. Every step you have taken, every joy and sorrow you have experienced has been known to me. I have walked with you through the highs and lows, the triumphs and the trials, always holding you in my love and grace. You have never been alone, and you have never been forgotten. From the very beginning, You have been a part of my heart, a beloved child whom I have watched over and cared for. You are precious to me, and I have chosen you to be a part of my eternal family. You are not just a part of my creation. You are a part of my story, and I am writing a beautiful and meaningful chapter with you. Beloved child, become a part of our cherished community by subscribing, where messages of hope and inspiration await to uplift your spirit. I have loved you with a love that is deep and unending, a love that is more powerful than any force in this world. My love for you is not conditional or based on your actions or achievements. It is a love that is given freely and completely, a love that is rooted in my very being. You are loved, my child, in ways that you cannot even begin to comprehend. My love for you is like the vast ocean, deep and boundless, and it surrounds you at every moment. It is a love that is patient and kind, a love that forgives and endures, a love that is always present and never failing. I love you for who you are, just as you are. You do not need to change or be perfect to receive my love. You are loved simply because you are mine, because you are my creation, and because you are precious to me. Let my love fill your heart and soul. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your life, the source of your strength and joy. You are loved, my child, and nothing can ever change that. My love for you is eternal, unchanging, and infinite. My love for you is everlasting, a love that has no beginning and no end. It is a love that transcends time and space, a love that is as constant and unchanging as the stars in the sky. My love for you is eternal, a love that will never fade or diminish. You are loved with a love that is deeper than the ocean and wider than the sky. It is a love that is more powerful than any force in this world, a love that can overcome any obstacle and conquer any fear. My love for you is a love that is eternal, a love that will never fail or falter. In my everlasting love, you will find the security and assurance that you need to navigate through the challenges of this life. You will find the peace and rest that come from knowing that you are loved and cared for by the Creator of the universe. My love is a shelter in the storm, a safe haven in times of trouble. You are my beloved, and I love you with an everlasting love. Embrace my love and let it fill your heart and soul. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your life, the source of your strength and joy. You are loved beyond measure, my child, and nothing can ever change that. Nothing can separate you from my love, my child. No power in heaven or on earth, no circumstance or challenge, no mistake or failure can ever take you away from my love. You are secure in my love, and nothing can change that. My love for you is unbreakable and unshakable. It is a love that holds you close no matter what you face. It is a love that is with you in every moment, in every trial, in every joy, and in every sorrow. You are never alone, and you are never without my love. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, my love is always with you. It is a love that surrounds you, that fills you, that guides you. It is a love that will never let you go. You are safe and secure in my love, and nothing can ever change that. Dear one, if you have felt my message deep within, share that light by pressing the like button. You are precious to me, my child, and I love you with an everlasting love. Nothing can separate you from my love, not your mistakes, not your failures, not your fears or doubts. You are loved, you are cherished, and you are mine. In my love, you will find the strength and courage to face whatever comes your way. You will find the hope and joy that come from knowing that you are cherished and valued beyond measure. My love for you is a constant presence in your life, a source of light and warmth that never fades. You are loved, my child, and nothing can ever change that. My love for you is eternal, unchanging, and infinite. Embrace my love and let it fill your heart and soul. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your life, the source of your strength and joy. You are loved beyond measure, and nothing can ever change that. Dear friends, family, and faithful ones, it is with deep joy and unwavering belief that I reach out to you today. This channel is more than just videos. It is a sacred space where the light of God's truth flows, bringing comfort, wisdom, and inspiration to many. To continue spreading this powerful message of hope and love, we rely on the heartfelt support from each one of you. If you have found inspiration, strength, or peace through our reflections and teachings, I warmly invite you to become a member of our community or contribute with any donation that speaks to your heart. Your support, no matter the amount, partners with us in this divine mission and helps ensure that we can keep bringing these messages to all who seek them. Click on the Become a Member or Thanks button below to join this meaningful journey. If contributing financially is not possible for you, your support is still invaluable. Simply sharing this video can extend our reach and touch the hearts of countless others. Each share, each gesture is like planting a seed that will grow into a garden of hope, love, and renewed faith. Together, we can create a sanctuary where God's love flourishes, faith is strengthened, and hope finds new light. A heartfelt thank you to all who are already part of this mission and to those considering joining us. May divine grace always be with us, guiding and uplifting us as we walk this path together. Amen.